Welcome back to Seth Q Friday Night Rivals, presented by ABC News Channel 20. Paul Wapple and Adam Anderson. In Decatur as the Generals trying to catch up to the Jacksonville Crimsons. Crimsons in control 21-0 as we just start the second quarter. Second down and 8 for the Crimsons. Led by quarterback, the junior quarterback, Avery Dugan. Dugan back to throw. Looks right side, got a man in stride, complete. White down the sidelines, and he's down to the, he is close.
I think they're
He did not get in.
Yeah, I think they're going to mark him out about the half-yard line there.
Goodness, I thought he was in.
Great job by James White. Just turned on the burners and got behind this MacArthur defense and did everything he could there to get in the end zone.
So we'd like to thank Casey's General Store, one of our first down sponsors, all season long as they've made it into the Shields red zone and then some. First and goal from the 1 for the Crimsons after the big catch. And there's the handoff. And it is good for the touchdown.
Quick strike by the Crimsons. They're really trying to put this game out of reach here early.
And that's another Young Security touchdown and another $50 donated to a charity. And this week's charity is Contact Ministries. Thanks to Young Security for that donation. So 27-0 early in the second quarter. Albers will attempt the extra point. Try to make it 28-zip. Visitors.
Yeah, nothing's a sure thing here with this rain coming down.
Steady rain in Jacksonville. There's the kick. Plenty of leg, and it is good. So 28-0 after another Crimson's touchdown. So Jacksonville all over the Generals here. And Generals looking for their first win. Jacksonville, you see the rain coming down pretty steadily now here in Decatur. The umbrellas are out and the ponchos are out, and we're in the press box and can see all the rain coming down. But we talked about the Generals, and we've got some young talented players in Jacksonville trying to even its record to 2-2.
Yeah, we expected a dogfight out here tonight. I'm surprised but what the scores turned out so far. I think this Crimson team really wanted to put this game away earlier if they could. But we're still early in the second half. A lot of football left to play, especially with the rain coming down, and get a shot of the scoring summary. Didn't take a whole lot of plays and, came off that big turnover by Armand Brummett. So let's see what MacArthur can do on this drive. Just positive plays. Got to get some positive plays.
So Stephen Albers will do the kicking honors again for Jacksonville. Huge kick down. Fielded about the 5. Out to the 20. Trying to hide behind some blockers. And out to about the 27-yard line. Still on his feet. And finally brought down. So Isaiah Johnson with the return for the Generals.
I'd say the kick return team for MacArthur has been a bright spot here tonight, but you really don't want your kick return team to be on the field this early in the game. So
Levi Parkovich with the tackle on the play, senior. The rain continues to come down here, and 1st and 10 from the 29 with 11:05 to go in the second quarter.
As a coach, you plan on this all week, so the rain's not going to change your game plan at all.
Brummett with the handoff and flag on the play. And
you're going to get an illegal motion. Brylan Young was moving around there behind Brummett and was not set.
And he was the ball carrier as well.
Got to be set for a second before that ball snaps.
Just some little things, but they amount to big things when you're
illegal motion
and
against the offense is declined. second down.
So declined by the Crimsons.
They are, MacArthur is young. They're going to make some mistakes like that, but you would hope they would build on them and get stronger as the year goes on, because even though you might be a sophomore, by week 4 or 5, you're playing like an upperclassman.
2nd and 10, Brummett on the keeper to the 30, 35, flag on the play, spinning, and thrown out of bounds about the 37-yard line, and another flag, and I think that's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct is my guess, Adam, on that one.
And I think the first flag that came out is going to be a block in the back. So I think we're going to have some multiple penalties here to discuss.
I got one in my pocket. I got it. Yeah. I don't know how I did it either.
So
Block in the back here. We got a personal foul here. We will take both of them. Okay.
So both penalties, Adam.
Yep, the first one is a block in the back when Armand Brummett was coming out here towards the sideline. I think one of the MacArthur receivers, you can see right there at the end, clipped number 3, Clay Wood. And then at the end of the play, the personal foul is going to be unnecessary roughness here on number 41, Adam Hillis, which, again, I think is a judgment call right there because they are still in the field of play. He is trying to make a tackle.
Foul 10 yards from the spot. After the play, dead ball foul, personal foul, late hit against defense. That also is assessed, 15 yards. It is a second down.
So second down after all that, if you're following that, second down and 10 from the 34-yard line. So Brummett, as the rain continues to fall and gets heavier, Brummett got some room to the 40, 45 to midfield, crosses midfield, out to the 45-yard line, and he's out of bounds. So that is a Casey's General Store first down.
Just a shot of what Brummett can do if you let him loose. Great job by MacArthur to block down field for him and not get called for those penalties. Let's see if they can get a drive together right here.
1st and 10 from the 42. It's cooled off a little bit with that rain coming down. Brummett with the handoff. Met hard by a couple of Jacksonville defenders.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to see a lot of cuts or change of directions, especially now with the rain coming down. You're going to just have to pick one way and go, and Brylan Young found out the hard way right there.
He was hit hard. 28-0 Jacksonville. Second quarter action from Decatur. Second down, 10 to go. Brummett back to throw. Does throw. Complete. No, dropped. Had a wide open receiver there, Ricky McKellar, and just dropped it. I wonder if it's wet. I know he's got a glove.
Yeah, you'll probably see more of these receivers start to take the gloves off. Once that starts raining, that glove really doesn't help catch the football anymore.
And you called it. He did take them off. So it brings up third down.
When it rains, sometimes as a receiver you got to revert back to doing something you're never told to do, which is catch the ball with your body. So might see a little bit more of that here moving forward, especially if this rain continues.
Third down. Brummett back to throw. Does throw, incomplete. Ball, I think, slipped out of his hands.
Yeah, it looked like it just slipped out. That's going to be important for both teams moving forward. It's not easy, especially with snaps, and you got to really make sure you got a hold of the football.
So it brings up fourth down, and see they bring in Ricky McKellar to do the punt for the punting honors here. Stands at about his 45-yard line. So low snap, does get the punt off. It's a good one, down to the 15, still rolls down to about the 11-yard line where it is down. So that's where Jacksonville will take over with 9:39 to go in the second quarter, leading 28-0.
Yeah, Jacksonville's not going to take their foot off the gas here. They're really going to go after it and try to get that big lead and potentially a running clock going into halftime. They have not been slowed down here tonight by the Generals, especially run game wise. They've really played a nice game.
So 1st and 10 from their own 11. Avery Dugan at quarterback. Markel White in the backfield. Back to throw is Dugan. Complete on the low throw. And fumbled, but recovered by the Crimsons.
Great job by Dylan Fernandez to even catch that low football.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't think he got it there, but get a good shot on the replay. Great job to pull that one right off the ground and to fight off the tackler. Can't be moving that ball around so much, especially in this rain, or it's going to pop loose.
So 2nd down. There's the handoff to White. To about the 15, gets about 3 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down with 8:49 to go, second quarter.
Been very impressed with Markel White. You know, going into this game, you hear a lot about James White, Avery Dugan. Didn't hear a ton about this running game, but they've been impressive. Hopefully they can continue this moving into next week.
And the rain gets heavier here in Decatur, and some of the folks will go to take shelter if they don't have an umbrella. And it's really coming down here in Decatur now. It's incomplete. See the incompletion. Brings up 4th and 7 from the 14. Crimsons in punt formation. They do punt. At about the 42 into the midfield. Still on his feet at the 45. Turns left down the sidelines. Hit hard and finally stopped. And a little extracurricular activities on the sidelines, looks like, but ends up pretty quickly.
You don't need that if you're either team, especially if you're MacArthur. You've had some issues with that in weeks past. You really just want to nip that in the butt.
Ray Neal Jr. with the return.
You know, it's as a player, you always talk about how cool it would be to play in the rain and mud. I can tell you firsthand, it's not as cool as you think it is. It's you can't see anything, you can't grip anything, and you're just wet all the time. So it's not as fun as you might imagine.
So 8:14 to go. Jacksonville in front, 28-0. Second quarter, 1st and 10 from the 36 of Jacksonville. Excellent field position for the Generals.
Really need to watch center quarterback exchange.
Brummett, bad snap. Just recovers the ball at midfield. So loses about 13, 14 yards on that bad snap.
Yep, just right on cue as I talk about it. Especially in these shotgun formations. One, the center has to have enough grip and strength to get the ball back there. And two, as a quarterback, you got to be able to catch it. Not easy in this downpour right now.
So the ball is at midfield, 2nd and 24. Brummett has it, going to keep it, left side to the 45. Brought down, the ball comes loose at about the 40. And Jacksonville says they have it, but that's...
I think he might have jumped on it out of bounds.
We have the advantage of replays. You see that rain just coming down with that replay shot right.
Yeah, and he got a big block from Ray Neal Jr. on Clayton Sexton and kind of freed him up a little bit, but I think the ball was fumbled out of bounds.
3rd and 16 from the 42, 7 minutes to go. Second quarter. For Armin Brummett and the Generals, who I'm sure miss Armin's brother tonight, who is sitting this one out. Low snap. And the Crimsons recover it. Brummett, I thought he had it, but he just didn't cover it up quickly enough.
No, he kind of gave.
Jacksonville gets it on the turnover.
Kind of gave just a lackluster effort out of that. Probably had a little bit of frustration from first dropping the staff and then just not being able to pick it up. But he's on his knees right there, so really all he has to do is cover it up because he can't pick up the football and do anything with it anyways.
Hunter Hartsook, the 6'3", 215-pound senior, with the recovery for Jacksonville.
Again,
so midfield.
Just mistakes like that are going to cost this Generals team.
And there goes Wood. And he is down the sidelines, and he is down to about the 5-yard line after the huge run. Check that. Yes.
Got a lot of turf in his helmet right there on the tackle, but this power formation from Jacksonville works out well here in the rain.
Clay Wood. So they're inside the Shields red zone, and it's a Casey's General Store first down.
I would expect to see the exact, Dugan did not come out. We're going to see the exact play and formation here from
and Wood is in for the touchdown for Jacksonville from the 7-yard line. So the 7-yard TD run, that is a Young Security touchdown. So another $50 donated to a charity. And this week's charity is Contact Ministries. So 34-0. You see Clay Woods helping the Crimsons on this rainy night. Indicator. Albers will attempt the extra point for Jacksonville.
Yeah, now Woods got to take the snap and get it down here in the rain, too. It's starting to let up a little bit.
And his kick is no good. It was hard to hang on to for the holder.
Yeah.
You see the snap. This is a replay of the touchdown. Check that. And Clay Wood just scampers into the end zone.
Yeah, just a simple power play, but they're running more guys to the right than you have over there. It's a pretty easy thing to do.
34-0. Jacksonville leads MacArthur. And we're going to take a short break. Back to Decatur in just a moment. You're watching CEFCU Friday Night Rivals, presented by ABC News Channel 20. Stay with us. Welcome back to CEFCU Friday Night Rivals. Paul Waffle and Adam Anderson in Decatur, where the Jacksonville Crimsons are leading the MacArthur Generals 34-0. 6:19 to go in the second quarter in a Central State 8 Conference matchup. Jacksonville trying to even its record at 2-2, and the Generals looking for win number 1 on the season. And the rain has slowed down quite a bit here. It was pouring a few minutes ago, as you saw. If you're watching the game, and in case you just joined us, it's been all Crimson so far, as the score indicates. Albers with the kick to the 20. To about the 25 now to slip, and the ball is loose, picked up by the Generals, and it is getting very slippery out there. Still on his feet to the 45-50, and so the return by Jennings, and a nice return after the ball came loose.
Yeah, Jennings had it originally, popped right into the hands of Matrice O'Neill, and he took off. Just stepped on the line here. But you couldn't have got any luckier than that, so great job.
Take what you can get, right, Adam?
Yep.
Especially when things aren't going your way.
Lost his shoe there on the run back, too.
So 1st and 10, you see the recap of the scoring drive. 2 plays, 50 yards, only took 20 seconds. Woods, capped by Woods' 7-yard touchdown run for Jacksonville. 6:07 to go, second quarter. Fumble, loose ball again. Jacksonville says they have it, but we'll see. And Jacqueline Driscoll, she's on the sidelines. What do you have for us, Jacqueline?
All right, Paul and Adam, I hope you're staying dry up there. The rain has kind of quit, but it really came down really hard, and we had some people actually stand up and leave, and some cheerleaders rush under the bleachers for coverage. They're wrapped in plastic. Ladies, what's it like cheering out here tonight?
We're used to the rain, kind of. It was raining last week, but we always cheer on our boys no matter what.
Yeah, so even under the bleachers, we're supporting our general.
Yeah. Leave no man behind.
All right, I see some of your fellow cheerleaders have emerged, so you better get back out there and do your job. Can we get a go, Generals? Go Generals! All right, Paul and Adam, back to you.
Thank you, Jacqueline, very much, and great to see the spirit is alive and well here in Decatur as the MacArthur Generals cheerleaders are doing their thing. One way or another, they're still cheering. So we got a timeout. MacArthur.
Shot of the fumble here again. Center quarterback exchange is you really got to just fall on the football. You can't try to make a big play out of it. That's how Jacksonville's gotten these last two recoveries.
Rylan Young tried to get it, and Jacksonville just all over. So 1st and 10 from the 37, and we have some scores we want to pass along. Sacred Heart Griffin and another Central State A matchup leads Glenwood
35-0. Second quarter.
Second quarter. All right, we're going to take a short break. Back with more from Decatur in just a minute. Stay with us. Welcome back to SEFCU Friday Night Rivals, presented by ABC News Channel 20. Paul Wappel and Adam Anderson calling the action tonight. Jacksonville leads 34-0, and the Crimsons have the ball after the turnover. 5:55 to go, second quarter action. And Clay Wood now at quarterback with the handoff, left side. Got some room down to about the 29-yard line for Jacksonville is Willard. So check that, Ben Hill.
Just a simple inside handoff. They've run that same play to Clay Wood out of that formation every time. So
Ben Hill with it, the senior running back. 2nd and 3.
3 White is the quarterback.
These
from the 30.
White Jacksonville Crimson uniforms are not going to look pretty after tonight.
So Clay Wood is at quarterback as you see the Crimson stacked up at the line. Wood on the keeper, right side. And the Crimson's read it pretty well. So Clay Wood keeps it and gets a couple more, and that is good for a Casey's General Store first down. Casey's General Store, one of our first down sponsors all season long. Appreciate their support and sponsorship this year.
Get a shot at Clay Wood right there. 7 carries, 105 yards. He also has 2 touchdowns on the night.
So a good night for him, and still in the first half.
Yeah, we got a lot of game left. He has done a great job.
Wood going to keep it again. This time he goes on the left side. Puts his head down and down to about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, you're not going to
24-yard line.
Not going to see a lot of cuts or pretty moves here. It's just going to be straight ahead. You know, this waterlogged field is even wetter now. A lot of mud. Not going to have a lot of traction. So
you hear the score: Maroa Forsyth over Pleasant Plains, 28-7, and
Williamsville and North Mac were tied up at 14 last check, and Rochester was all over Lincoln, 37-0.
2nd and 8.
Quarter.
Clay Wood for the Crimsons, right side. Just puts his head down and gets a couple more, close to the 20.
Yeah, nothing fancy. Just trying to put their head down and do what they got to do. They're running a lot of clock off, keeping this MacArthur offense off the field too.
So 3rd down. Clay Wood has it, back to throw, right side. The receiver fell and incomplete on the play.
4th down.
Intended receiver was Levi Parkovich.
Yeah, just slipped on the play. Falling down, took his eyes off the ball, hit him actually right in the helmet. So tough play for Jacksonville, and it looks like they're going to go for it.
So they bring in, the quarterback comes back in, or at quarterback I should say, is Avery Dugan. And a timeout is called by Decatur MacArthur with 3:31 to go in the second quarter.
I think MacArthur kind of had their heavy defense and some bigger guys to play line in that. formation that Jacksonville had come out with, so they needed to make some subs.
And it gives us an opportunity to take a look at the Chick-fil-A check that, CEFQ Smile Cam, I should say. Check out some of the smiles tonight here in Decatur, and there's a good smile. CEFQ, not a bank better.
Yeah, now
Ohio State Buckeyes fan, looks like.
Now if the rain stopped, I think we're going to see a few more smiles.
I think so too. And Ohio State plays Oklahoma tomorrow, college football.
If you're not watching that, you should be watching Saturday Night Rivals. We got a big one tomorrow night, Paul.
Who do we have, Adam?
We got the Unity Rockets taking on the Monticello Sages.
That should be a good ball game.
7:30, not 7 for you folks at home.
Good friendly reminder about that. 7:30 start tomorrow night. That's right. So 4th and 5 for the Crimsons. As you see the CEFQ Smile Cam. And there's a flag. Somebody jumped. And I think it's going to be offsides.
A few more score updates. Halftime score. Athens up 14-7 on Auburn. Again, still in the second quarter, Sacred Heart Griffin up 48-7 on the Titans of Glenwood. And at halftime, Eisenhower only up 16-8 on Lanphier. So Lanphier playing Eisenhower tough here tonight.
Bit of a surprise, I have to say, but see how that one turns out. Dugan back to throw. Incomplete in the end zone. Intended receiver was Anthony Perry.
Yeah, that would have been a tough catch for Perry to make. He was pretty well defended, and Dugan tried to fit that one in there. Kind of had two guys in the same area.
So you see some of the mud. Messy field tonight.
Yep. Sure the player moms are not going to be happy to do laundry here.
There's the handoff to White. Still on his feet. Down to about the 5-yard line. And that is good for Casey's General Store. First down. Crimson's just running the clock here. Keeping on the ground. There's White again. And he is in for the touchdown from 5 yards. So that is a Young Security touchdown and another $50 donated to a charity. And this week's charity is Contact Ministries. So Markel White, the junior, with another touchdown.
He's got 2 touchdowns on the night. He's over 100 yards. So the Crimson's running game's got 2 running backs over 100 yards here in the first half. Just an exceptional game by Jacksonville. They really came out and put the pedal to the metal and try to get this one away early, and they've done just that.
They lead 40-0. They will go for the extra point. Steven Albers. And the kick, plenty of leg, and it is good. So with 3:10 to go in the first half, it is Jacksonville 41, Decatur MacArthur nothing here in Decatur.
So, folks, the 40-point rule will go into effect, but that does not go into effect until the second half. So the clock will stop normally here for the rest of the 3:10. If MacArthur were to score and keep this one under 40 points, then obviously it'll keep going in the second half.
And Friday Night Rivals is available streaming live online. Log on to CW23TV.com and click on the Friday Night Rivals link. You can also find complete game videos and photos from this season's games.
Shout out to the crowd from the people that traveled from Jacksonville. Happy they came over to join us.
And want to mention that you can watch, Donnie Tillman and David Coy tonight at 10:15 on ABC News Channel 20, our sister station. They'll have all the scores and highlights from the high school football across Central Illinois on this rainy night.
Yeah, hopefully they're staying dry out there.
Some big games in the Sangamo Conference, the CS8, and some other games going on tonight. They'll have all the action for you as they always do. So 3:10 to go. Albers will kick again for the Crimsons. Short kick at the 25. Up man, it comes up at the 42-yard line. So Tyson Jennings.
Get a good shot of the turf stuck in his helmet there. That's going to happen an awful lot here tonight.
Tyson Jennings brings it out for the MacArthur Generals, who will start on their own 42 and see if Armin Brummett and company can get something on the board. As you see the scoring drive recap. Took 2:45, ran a little bit of clock there, and capped by the short touchdown run by Markel White.
I really think Jacksonville's onto something here moving forward in the season with Markel White and Clay Wood in the backfield. They've been very explosive.
Handoff goes to Brylan Young. Not much there. Hill and Parkovic on the tackle for Jacksonville. So 2nd and 9. 2:36 to go in the first half.
You know, Coach Spates is really going to fight hard for his guys and keep them locked into this game. So don't expect anything different out of MacArthur here. They're going to try to attack and do what they do.
Brummett with the incompletion. Had a couple receivers, but just couldn't quite connect with one of them. So brings up 3rd down and 9 late in the first half.
It's just been a tough night. From not a lot of stuff has bounced their way. Had some costly penalties too, and it's kind of been what's happened to them this season. So hope they still get the ship right. There's 5 weeks still left.
Brummett throws and incomplete. Could have been caught by number 16, Antoine Rolling.
Wet ball, really got to make sure you got a handle on it. So not an easy catch by any sense of the word.
So 4th down and 9, and the Generals will punt.
James White is deep for the Crimson.
Ricky McKellar will attempt the punt. Kick. Flag on the play.
It's going to be on MacArthur. Not sure what they're going to.
I didn't see any movement. Let's see.
I think it was delay of game, which that was pretty quick to be.
It seemed like it.
Yeah,
but
seemed pretty quick to be a delay of game.
5-yard walk-off.
So tack on another 5 yards. Still 4th down for Ricky McKellar back to punt. No pressure, gets it away. Not a very good kick. Bounces at midfield. Takes a MacArthur bounce to about the 39-yard line, and that's what Jacksonville will take over with 2:10 to go in the second quarter. So leading 41-0, and we'll see. I would imagine they just Mark Rounds there, the head coach of Jacksonville. I imagine we'll just try to keep it on the ground for the last couple of minutes, run some clock.
Wouldn't expect him to do anything real crazy right here. Just kind of simple runs, run out the clock, build some momentum, get some of your subs some time here in the first half, and go into the second half with a plan of what to do moving forward.
So Avery Dugan, the quarterback. The handoff to White to the 42. So clock continues to run. 2nd down. 7. Crimsons take their time.
Yeah, don't need to be in any hurry up. 41-0. You know, at this point, if you can just hold on to the football and go into halftime, you're going to have that running clock coming out in the second half.
There's the handoff. Dugan, and gain of about 6 will bring up 3rd down and short as Markel White with a good pickup there. So 3rd and 1. So Avery Dugan.
Markel White, 114 yards here in the first half. Clay Wood, who's now in the backfield, is at 111. Those are full game stats for a lot of people. So great job by Jacksonville here in the first half.
Absolutely. Dugan with the handoff. Crosses midfield to the 45 as Wood to the 40. 35 down to the 34-yard line, and not a whole lot there, but he took it for some. He took it for a ride, and that is good for a Casey's General Store first down.
Yeah, he kind of hid behind a few of his offensive linemen and then kind of squirted out there towards the end. Good job by Clay Wood to turning that into a big run. Only needed a yard or two.
25 seconds ago, first half.
It looks like Jacksonville's just going to take a knee on it right here.
Take a knee.
Dugan under center and does just that, takes a knee. So we are at halftime here in Decatur with Jacksonville, the Crimsons leading Decatur MacArthur 41-0. And it's been all Jacksonville so far.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I expected more of a dogfight here, but credit the Crimsons with really taking away what MacArthur does well and just doing whatever they can to put this game out of reach. And their running game's been very, very impressive here tonight.
Of course, you're watching Friday Night Rivals. Sorry about that. That's tomorrow night. CEFCU Friday Night Rivals presented by ABC News Channel 20. And Generals is having a tough time here. Rain for a while, heavy rain for a while here in Decatur on the Generals' home field, and obviously a factor possibly for both teams. But right now we're going to go down to Jacqueline Driscoll, who's on the sidelines. Jacqueline?
All right, hey guys, we're down here with Jacksonville head coach, Coach Grounds. So one of the things we talked about before the game was that this one really it's a must-win. You wanted to get one closer to playoffs. So just speak to that to your players tonight.
Well, they got off to a fast start. You know, we got off to a fast start last week against a good Eisenhower team, and we didn't close the deal. You know, getting to the 40-point range. You know, the clock's going to run. You know, they're still explosive, and we got to continue leverage. You know, Brummett is just a tremendous athlete. The weather is going to help us now because with the lead, it's getting a little bit difficult to throw the football. So, you know, kids played a good first half.
Great. So what are we going to say at halftime to kind of keep these kids motivated to make sure that they do close the deal this time?
Well, we're going to remind them what happened last week and how bad we felt, and we need to make sure that we don't do things that put us in that situation this second half. You know, the thing is you can't fight for the extra yard. You got to have two hands on the ball. You got to make sure that you play a little bit deep and give yourself the ability to break up on the pass. Play a little bit wider to try to contain the rush from Brummett. When he gets out of the pocket, he's dangerous. Those have been the plays that have hurt us. We've been fortunate. We just didn't give them too many of those this first half.
All right, great. Thanks, Coach. We'll let you get with your players at halftime. All right, thanks. All right, Adam, Paul, we're going to send it back up to you.
Thank you very much, Jacqueline. Appreciate that. Appreciate Coach Grounds taking a few minutes of his time before he heads into the locker room. Back with the Friendly Chevrolet halftime show is coming up next, so stay tuned, everybody.